Hello everyone, today we are in Clarkdale, Arizona. At first glance, it feels like a quiet little town tucked away in the Verde Valley. But what most people don't realize is this place has a past tied to one of the biggest copper operations in Arizona, and it completely shaped everything here. And like a lot of towns here, Clarkdale didn't just appear on its own. It was built for a reason. So today, I'm going to walk around town and talk about how this town came to be, what it was used for, the mining and smelting history behind it, and how it completely reinvented itself after everything changed. Long before Clarkdale existed, the entire Verde Valley area was home to native communities who lived closely with the land for thousands of years. We got rivers, desert landscape, and mountain ranges all coming together in one region, which made this one of the most important areas long before modern towns ever existed. But Clarkdale itself didn't really begin until the early 1900s, when something massive started happening up in the mountains nearby. The mines above were producing huge amounts of copper, but here's the problem most people don't think about. Copper had to be processed somewhere, and that decision is what created this entire town. And that's really how Clarkdale started, not randomly, but as a planned industrial town built for one particular purpose. It was originally built as a company town for the United Verde Copper Company, which means almost everything here revolved around one thing: copper. But what happened here was much bigger than just mining. It was a full industrial system that powered industries across the country. And here's something most people miss when they visit. Clarkdale was not just built randomly. It was actually designed very carefully from the start. And that design is still visible in how the town feels today. Life here was closely tied to the town of Jerome up the mountain, even though the two towns couldn't have felt more different. And if you think Clarkdale is interesting, Jerome has an entirely different kind of history. Together, they basically worked as one connected system. And at its peak, this was one of the most important copper producing regions in the entire United States. But here is where things get very interesting, because none of this would have worked without one major system that most people overlook today: transportation. Railroads played a huge role here, moving materials in and out of town and connecting everything to national routes. And even today, those same routes are still tied to the identity of the entire region, especially the scenic lines that follow the Verde River through areas that used to be heavily industrial. But like many mining towns, nothing stays the same forever. And what happened next completely changed Clarkdale's future. Because when the copper industry slowed down, everything there was forced to adapt. As copper demand shifted and mining slowed, the smelter eventually closed in the 1950s. And here's the part that really changed everything. Once that closed, Clarkdale had to completely reinvent itself. The entire purpose of the town suddenly disappeared. Today, this town feels very different from its industrial past. Instead of smoke, machinery, and non-stop industrial activity, it is now a quiet small town atmosphere, surrounded by beautiful desert scenery and open landscapes. But here's what makes this place different from a lot of other mining towns. The history did not disappear. It's still here, just in a different form. One of the best places to see the history preserved is the Clarkdale Historical Society and Museum. Housed in a beautifully restored 1918 building, the museum tells the story of Arizona's first master planned company town and the people who helped build it. And a special thank you to the museum's volunteers for a warm welcome, a fascinating tour, and for sharing the stories and history that keep Clarkdale's past alive. Many of the old industrial buildings and historic structures have been preserved or repurposed, and instead of erasing its past, the town has actually embraced it. And now Clarkdale has taken on a completely new identity, one that brings people in for its history, scenery, and much more. But there's one nearby place that connects directly to all of this. And when you see it, it completely changes what you think about this entire region. One of the most important nearby sites tied to Clarkdale's story is Tuzigoot, an ancient hilltop pueblo built by the Sinagua people long before modern Arizona existed. Because it reminds you that this area was important long before copper, railroads, or industry ever arrived. I'll leave a link to my Tuzigoot video in the description below. So Clarkdale is one of those towns that might seem quiet today, but once you understand what it used to be, it feels completely different when you walk through it. From ancient communities, to a company town, to an industrial powerhouse, and now a beautiful, peaceful, modern town, it has gone through a lot of change. And that is exactly what makes it worth exploring. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.